We're joined today by Scott Williamson, Managing Director of Blackstone Minerals. Scott, thanks for your time.
No worries, thanks Dave.
You've always run a very busy company, and 2022 was clearly busy for Blackstone. A number of key milestones hit. What were they, and why are they so important to the development of your project?
Yeah, so Dave, the main thing we completed last year was the pilot plant phase. So it was 12 months of piloting on our downstream refining process. So now we're confident of the flow sheet. We've produced the products that we can now send to the downstream partners. So we've got nickel sulfate, cobalt sulfate, battery grade sulfate that we can send as test products to our partners. We're completing the DFS over the next 6 months, so it was a big year for the DFS. We're well on our way to completing that as well. So we're in that final stage of studies, but most importantly, we've completed a significant pilot plant phase, which took us a good 12 months.
The question investors always want to know, why is this project so compelling?
Yeah, I think the key for us is the fact that we've got some of the cleanest and greenest nickel in the industry. So we've recently completed a life cycle analysis of our carbon footprint. So we'll have the lowest carbon footprint nickel in the industry, and that's really important for the electric vehicle car manufacturers. So they're very focused on the greenhouse gas emissions of the metals that go into their cars. And so, that's a really important differentiator from us compared to some areas like Indonesia, where the nickel is unfortunately not as clean as what we've got.
And why is this so clean?
Yeah, so it's driven by the hydroelectric power that we have in the Vietnam region. So we've got two of the largest hydropower plants in Southeast Asia right on our doorstep in the province where we're operating. We're also looking at electric mining fleet as well, so we've included that in our study work. A hydrometallurgy technology as well, which is the downstream processing that's driving really low carbon footprint but more efficient process for the battery chemical products.
Looking forward, 2023 already underway, and clearly you have been busy. What should investors be focused on? What are the key news milestones that are going to generate that interest?
Yeah, so for us it's all about showing the market how we're going to fund this project. This is a large project. It requires a big partner. We've done a lot of work in South Korea. I was in South Korea just in January. So we're getting close to those discussions where we really bring in that big partner. So once we can announce that, that'll be the re-rate. So the market needs to see that we can fund this, and we're going to do that with bigger partners. So look out for that news in the coming months, and then we get on with it, and then we start building, and then we can start looking at cash flows and all of that great stuff.
As you said, you've been looking closely and talking to a number of partners. Nothing yet disclosed, but how are those discussions going, and what is the level of interest?
Yeah, we've got a lot of interest, particularly out of South Korea. We're starting to broaden that out as well. So we will take that to Japan and other areas. So the major players in this region are South Korea, not North Korea, Japan and China. So it's a lot of interest out of those groups, and some of the biggest names in the industry that we're talking to. So they do take time. These are some of the biggest conglomerates in Asia. It does take time, but once we lock them in, it'll be a partnership for life. So these guys are looking 10, 20, 30 years down track. So these take time, but once we lock them in, it'll be a great partnership.
Exciting times ahead for Blackstone and its shareholders. Scott, thanks for your time.
Thanks, David.